All right. We are on 7-5 today. So that one is called Parts of Similar Triangles. So we're going to have a couple of vocab words come back from, I don't know, a chapter or two ago. I'll refresh your memory on what they mean, but some of them you should remember on your own. So Theorem 7-8. If two triangles are similar, then the lengths of the corresponding altitudes are proportional to the lengths of the corresponding sides. In case you've forgotten, an altitude starts at the vertex of a triangle, going through the opposite side, making a right angle. So I would maybe make a note because I don't think you guys remember that. Starts at vertex. I don't know, makes right angle or perpendicular or something like that. Whatever makes the most sense to you. But people forget which ones have to start at the vertex and which ones don't. So if it starts at the vertex, going to the opposite side of a triangle, making a right angle, it's an altitude. Miranda, would you mind turning off the bottom left light? Are the right two off? There we go. That's better, right? Okay, so BD is an altitude of the triangle, and XZ is an altitude of the triangle, right? So we can set up all these proportions. We can say BD over XC, so altitude over altitude. If I start with BD, I'm going to say AB. So if I say AB, what do you have to say? XW. Do you guys see that? Okay. If I say BC, XY, and AC, the whole thing, WY. That's what all these say. So you would pick any two of those that would be helpful to you. Is that okay? 7-9. If two triangles are similar, then the lengths of the corresponding angle bisectors are proportional to the lengths of the corresponding sides. I think by now you guys can all recognize an angle bisector, right? So it cuts the angle into two congruent pieces. So obviously it starts at the vertex again. If you need to write that down, you can, but I think most of you guys are okay. So BD is an angle bisector, XC is an angle bisector. So what that would mean is BD over XC would be equal to AB over XW would be equal to BC over what? XY, AC over WY. It's the same. Is that okay? All right. If two triangles are similar, then the lengths of the corresponding medians are proportional to the lengths of the corresponding sides. A median, again, starts at the vertex, goes through the midpoint of the opposite side. So it goes through the middle. If you need to write that down, you can. I think the last one was probably pretty easy, but some people forget it has to start at the vertex. Starts at vertex, I guess through midpoint, if you want to say that. Whatever you understand. Okay, cuts it into two congruent pieces, something like that. The same thing. BD is a median, XD is a median. So BD over XC equals AB over XW, BC over XY, AC over WY. The exact same concept as before. Have I lost anybody anywhere? Okay. Triangle angle bisector theorem. An angle bisector in a triangle, so we have AD here, that's our angle bisector in the triangle, separates the opposite side into two segments, so this one and this one, right, that are proportional to the lengths of the two other sides. So in this picture, I would say BD over DC would be equal to AB over AC. Or I could say BD over AB equals DC over AC. You guys get that? Is that one okay? You might want to look at that one more time. I don't think it's hard to understand, but I don't think it's quite as easy as the other ones were. They may want me to say it again. Okay. Are you guys ready? All right, find the value of each variable. Even if I didn't know the stuff I know today, if you look at yours, it's a little easier. This is supposed to be 2 arcs, but it kind of got a little crazy. If you look at this, these are, wow, these two triangles are similar by what? Angle, angle, right? We have one pair of angles congruent. We have another pair of angles congruent. So we have similar triangles. Now what do we have? Angle bisector, median, altitude. Those are the only 3 we said. Yeah. Which option do we have here? I see a right angle. Starts at the vertex. So it's an altitude. Even though it's outside the triangle, that doesn't matter. It's still an altitude. Okay? So this would have been the first theorem, 7-8. All right? So I'm going to say 15 over 7.5. That's where I started. So if I started with 15, what should you start with? 17 over x. And we're looking for x, right? Cross multiply and divide. Use your calculator probably. And see what x is. Obsidian. Yeah. You should get 8.5. Everybody take your time and get that answer, please. Is everybody okay? Anybody need help? Okay. Next question. Find the value of each variable. So I'm going to start with the 15 over the 27. That's one way to do it. Okay. If I say 15 over 27, what has to come first? I started on this triangle, so I need this piece. What's this piece? 28 minus b. You guys get that from the last couple days? Okay. So I'm going to say 28 minus b. I typically capitalize my b so they don't look like a 6. You don't have to if you don't want to. And what's that going to be over? Just a b. Very good. Do you guys get that? It's like what we've been doing the last couple days. I feel like you should be a little more comfortable with the 28 minus b part now. Okay? So obviously you can't cross multiply and divide. You can cross multiply though. So it's going to be 15 times b equals 27 times quantity 28 minus b. So 15b equals what's 27 times 28? 756 minus 27b. You guys finish it from there. See what you get for b. You should get 18. Yeah, everybody take your time. Actually do it, okay? Anyone not getting it right and need help? Okay, just 2 more, pretty quick. Go ahead and label what you know on number 15. So like they said, AB is 9, label that kind of stuff, okay? If AB and JK are altitudes, they already told us that. They told us triangle BAC is similar to triangle MJL, so I don't have to check it, okay? So I'm just going to fill in what I know. AB is 9, AD is 4x minus 8, JK is 21, JM is 5x plus 3. So we have 2 similar triangles. We have our altitudes. So I think that was the first theorem we talked about. So I started with 9, and I put it over 21. If I started with 9, what should I put in my numerator of my second fraction? 4x minus 8. Very good. Over 5x plus 3. You guys try this one. See what you get. Should get 5. Everybody take your time, finish the problem, make sure you get it. If you don't, please tell me and I'll do it for you. If you do get x is 5 on this question, I want you to try number 20 without me doing anything. I want you to set up the proportion on your own and see what you get. Okay, so I'm going to walk around. If you were confused anywhere, you can ask me, and then if you need help setting up number 20, you're going to ask. Okay? Last call on number 15. Does anyone need help with the x's 5 part? Okay. Number 20, yes. Should get 7. Take your time, finish the problem. If you didn't get 7, tell me the proportion you set up so I can solve it your way. If you're struggling, I did 3x minus 1 over 24 equals 2x plus 1 over 18. You don't have to, but that's just what I did. So the reason I wanted you to try this one from start to finish on your own is because I typically do half the proportion for you, and that's nice, right? But on a test or quiz, obviously I'm not going to do that. So I wanted to make sure you guys could set up the proportion on your own. Again, that's just one way to do it. So just because yours doesn't look like mine doesn't mean that you did it wrong. If you end up with x is 7, you probably did it right.